Hi, this is Kip Schubert. I'm with Warriors on Purpose here at the Warriors on Purpose headquarters. I founded the Warriors on Purpose organization to help people not only find their purpose, but to live that purpose, to live on purpose, to help others become warriors on purpose. And I was walking the other day, trying to lose a few pounds this summer around my neighborhood, and as I was walking, this older woman came flying by me, walking, and she had her weights in her hands, and she was just getting after it. And at first, I thought, man, she's making me look bad. But it brought to mind a story about when I was running track in high school, and about running to win. And I want to share with you a verse out of 1 Corinthians 9. Verse 24, and it just says, "You've all been in the stadium and seen the athletes race. Everyone runs, one wins. Run to win." And so I've been thinking about that, and how my perspective, the way I see things, affects the way I run to win. And when I was in high school, in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, for the Broken Arrow Tigers, I ran track in my junior year. And I ran because I love to compete. I love the camaraderie. You got to get out of school all day long for meets. That was a big factor. And I was a soccer player in high school and for club ball, and that was my main thing. But I ran track, also really for fun. I didn't really have a clear purpose with it. I didn't really expect to win a bunch of medals. That really wasn't what I was doing it for, and was never really fully committed to running to win. In every meet, all year long, I ran the 400 and was in the mile relay, and I never placed or medaled in any meet. It never really bothered me that I didn't. I always did well, but I never was in the top three or top six. Or however many there is for medals in high school track these days. I don't know. But I always did well, but not well enough to medal. And we went to the regional meet in Owasso, Oklahoma. And my dad, who lived out of state at the time, and my parents had gone through a divorce, and there was a lot of issues there, he was able to come watch me run that day, which was different than any other meet that I had ran in, with him being there. And instantly, with him being there, I had a purpose. And my perception changed. The way I looked at it changed. All because I wanted him to be proud of me. And I wanted his acceptance and approval. So when it got to my turn to race in my heat, and remind you, I'd never placed in any meet up to that point, and you had to finish in the top 3 of your heat to go to the state meet, I ran 4.5 seconds faster that race than I had ran all year long, and placed second. And during the backstretch, that was always my downfall. I would always be doing fairly well, but down the backstretch, and people would begin to pass me, I didn't have a good kick. And once they would pass me, it would just take everything out of me, and I would kind of give up and quit. Well, this time a guy was on the back side of me on my right side, and I can remember hearing him come and seeing him right beside me, and something kicked in, and it was that purpose and that perception that I was not going to allow myself to get beat because I wanted my dad to be proud of me. And I went ahead and finished that race second, and I was able to go to the state meet. We go forward to the next week, and we go to Norman, Oklahoma for the state meet, and my dad wasn't there, and it was just me, and I was enjoying the weekend being in a hotel with the track guys and just having a good time. And my purpose for running the race at that time was gone. I didn't really expect to win. I really didn't care if I did win. And my perception completely changed. When I got to my race, the lane behind me was a guy by the name of Patrick Collins, and he had won or gotten second in every meet that I had ran in that year. He was from Booker T, Washington. He went on to play football for the University of Oklahoma, and then also played in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers. So my perception began to be, instead of, okay, maybe I've got a shot, to I have no shot. And that's what I believed. That's what I saw. But then the lane ahead of me was Lydell Carr. And he was a fullback for the Enid Plainsmen in Enid, Oklahoma. He went on to play at the University of Oklahoma football as well, and went on to play for the Phoenix Cardinals in the NFL. And his thighs were about as big around as my waist. Gold chains hanging from his neck. And when he slapped me 5 good luck, I just said, "Can I get a piggyback?" That's all that came out of my mouth. Because my perception had completely changed to one from the previous week of wanting to make my dad proud, to just hoping that I didn't embarrass myself. And so my perception really had an effect on how I ran to win. In Owasso, in that regional meet, with my dad being there, I ran to win. I had a purpose. In Norman, at the state meet, I was just running not to get embarrassed. And my perception had completely changed. And I remember coming around the first turn and into the backstretch, and Lido Carr, being in the lane ahead, was still ahead. And Patrick Collins zoomed by me, and I just totally deflated and had given up. And I think I ran like a 4-second slower race time than I'd ever run all year long. It was my worst race of the year. All because of how I perceived it and how that perception of that race altered what I saw in a purpose. And so I tell you that story to let you know that whatever you see in things, your perception of your life, the situations around you, the people around you, greatly affect what you do in a negative or a positive sense. It either propels you in your purpose, moves you forward, or it takes you back and hinders you. All on the way you look at things, all on your perspective. My perspective for me changed when I saw a purpose. Being an alcoholic up to the age of 46, I went into rehab. I had a God moment where it was just hitting my knees and saying, "I can't do this anymore. Help." And instantly that was taken from me, and I began to see that I had a purpose in my life. I was worth it. God loved me no matter what I had done in the past. He loves me today no matter what I do. He loves me in the future no matter what I do. And so when I saw that I was worth it and I had a purpose, my perspective changed. And I began to see that all the struggles that I had gone through, all the things and people and resentments that I had that I felt had been, just piled upon me, and that no one ever gave me a chance, and everyone hated me and was out to get me, and all those things, everything changed. And I slowly began to flip those struggles and those trials on their heads, and instead of weaknesses, they began to become strengths. All because me feeling that I had a purpose changed my perspective. And I'm just here to tell you that your perspective on things matters greatly. We need to look to ourselves and see what is wrong with us. How can we become better? Instead of looking at everybody else and looking to everyone else for approval or for acceptance. And when things don't go our way, when people pass us in that backstretch or in that home stretch, we don't quit and give up. That we run to win. And it all comes with a mind shift. And that mind shift happens when we change the way we look at things. And we have to look at things in a positive manner. That we matter, that we have a purpose, and that we run to win and to seek that purpose. That way we can live on purpose. We become warriors on purpose. So I hope you enjoyed that little message and you could get something out of it. Warriors on Purpose is going to have a big relaunch in September of 2016. We're bringing you tons of new content, things that will help you find your purpose, and things that will help you be able to really hone that in and to figure out what that is. And once you find that, being able to put that into action and being able to live on purpose instead of just living and coasting through life. And when things get too hard or when things get too much or things pass us by, we just stop and give up and say, oh, well. So anyway, check back. We'll be putting out more videos. Check out www.kipschubert.com. That's KIPSHUBERT.com. That's Warriors on Purpose. You can check out what we have out there now. But in September 2016, we're going to relaunch that baby. And we are here to help you not only find your purpose, but to fulfill it and to really live on purpose and to take charge of your life and to become a warrior on purpose. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.